Yeah.
All right, we're streaming.
Oh, hey.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Yeah. Anyway, I talked too much about Astro City.
It's great. It sounds like a really cool comic. I need to check it out.
We are.
Yeah.
Good?
I just was saying, like, they've been doing it for, like, decades now.
Oh, wait.
Oh no, that title screen is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
So,
Oh,
yesterday morning, we played the beginning of Doki Doki Literature Club, and I dragged it out way longer than I should have by doing goofy voices for all the poetry that we had to read.
They're pretty good voices, though.
No, good voices.
But we should probably recap the plot so far, right?
Yeah, so basically, you're a typical dumbass main player character in a visual novel dating sim. Just a
Right.
regular dumb boy, and
And your childhood friend character wants you to join
Sayori, yeah.
Literature Club with her.
Where you meet Monica, who's the girl with green eyes, Natsuki, the girl with pink hair, and Yuri, the girl with black-purple hair in the back.
And it's very
And
much
they-
been a deal of, like, pick which girl you want to try and get closer to.
Yeah, do you want the Tsundere girl? You want the Kundere girl? Like,
We're still
what's your
playing
flavor?
Twin Snakes, I
Oh,
see.
we should probably switch that over.
No, yeah, this is definitely Twin Snakes.
this seems like something Kojima would do.
And yeah, this is like the whole first act of the game is just the standard affair. Like,
There are moments here and there, especially with Monica, that seem to hint
Mm-hmm.
at some weird meta shit, but it's not entirely clear what the nature
Fourth
of that
wall
is.
breaking stuff. Yeah.
well, yeah, because it's like, Monica's like writing tip of the day is, don't forget to save your game before important events. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
And eventually, as you get closer, in my case at least, as I got closer to Yuri, which was the girl that I ended up... That's who it like stuck me with at first. I said, well, let's roll with it. Eventually, Sayori started acting weirder and weirder, and I went to see her at home, and she admitted that she's been struggling with chronic depression for years. And that's why she's always late to school, because she has a hard time making herself get out of bed in the morning and all this stuff.
Yep.
And the character I'm playing as is a dumb shit that doesn't know what the hell to say to someone like that. And he says all the wrong things.
To be fair, most people have no clue how to handle with people with depression.
Granted.
That's not me excusing him. That's just like, yep, that's just the average fucking person. God
then
damn it.
he goes to hang out with Yuri, who we work on decorations together, and there is it's not explicitly said, but if you kind of read between the lines, it is clear that she cuts herself.
Mm-hmm.
But that sort of plot bomb has not gone off yet. Then we got up to go to school the next day, and Sayori was not leaving her house like she normally does to walk with us. And after school, we went to go check on her, and she had hung herself. In between that, she had confessed her love for us, and the choices were either to say, I love you, or you're my best friend ever, and I care about you. But no matter what you pick, the main character says weird, awful things about how, hey, basically, without literally saying this, saying, I'm the main character of a visual novel, and everything I do and say is going to make you feel the exact way I want you to. And it doesn't.
I'll say this. I will say this though.
Yeah.
I've heard those words said to me in person,
Sure,
in real life.
sure.
It's definitely. I would say it's less. It is
I
enhanced by. It is enhanced by the fact that you are playing the main character of a visual novel dating sim.
Yes.
But also, it's like these are literally words you hear in abusive relationships or relationships where people don't understand how to actually help you and will say things like, I know what's best for you.
He literally says, I know what's best for you, and I'm going to tell you all the things that you are supposed to hear right now to feel good.
I didn't take it as the visual novel protagonist like you're saying. I think I'm more like Julie's saying, where that's like actual things people say to people. Yeah,
I was taking it as sort of kind of both, and kind of like tying a weird thread between
I understand why like your mind went there, because you like you have a critical mind. You like analyze games while you play them, and it makes sense. Yeah.
But, I mean, your read's also not wrong. I think it's both things at once.
Yeah.
And like I said, then she hung herself.
The stream is back up.
The stream is back up, Hitmon.
But they can't hear us, so
they
they can't see.
One second.
It is.
But yeah, and then
when she hung herself, the game started glitching out, and like the background turned into an exception error screen. Everything went to black, and your character just talks about how kind of in the very Undertale kind of way. Yeah, we talked about a very Undertale kind of way. Like, oh, it's not like this is some game where I can just go try something else to help her. And when you try to load your save, it says that it cannot find the file for Sayori's character. And then everything glitches out and the whole game starts over. And her, like, name is scrubbed from the opening narration. It's, like, just junk text.
Yeah.
And that's about where we left off, I think.
And so she's the glitched out character on the main screen?
She's the glitched out character, yeah. She's the one who hung herself.
Yeah.
We were waiting for Julie. We were waiting for you to do this. You showed up before we needed to wait for you, but we were planning to because we wanted someone here that could call out kind of the content warnings as they were coming up.
Yeah. Basically, all right.
That might not want to watch. Might not want to see a teenage girl hang herself.
I'm just gonna say yeah. Depending on how you play, depending on how you play, there can and most possibly will be some depictions of suicide, some violence. This is also a horror game. I always make that very clear when I tell people about this game. It's a horror game. There are jump scares. There's also stuff that will mess with you both visually in terms of glitching areas and stuff, but also in terms of audio, because at some points the music will actually, speed up and slow down and be off key, and things are just odd. So keep that in mind. From what I recall, there's no flashing, so there's nothing about photosensitivity with this game.
Sure.
Other than that, yeah, and it will just delve more into depression, abusive, like, in this case, more friendships than anything else. And also, I guess manipulation is also a big thing. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is not explicit, but it's more just, like, what happens.
There's definitely shades of it. Yeah. I will say, from what we've seen so far, like, the first twist of this game, and not even probably the bigger one, is that all of these girls that, like, at first blush fall into very neat, like, anime visual novel tropes have those personality traits as the result of serious, like, mental health issues.
I'll say, depending on how deep you go with some characters, there are also hints of parental abuse.
Okay. So,
and
with all that
at one
in mind,
point, explicit mention, but no depiction of it, so just keeping that clear. What I know, there's no graphic sexual abuse as content.
Sure. That's the main thing I was worried about with this game when people were talking about
No, it never goes that way. And I'll also say this, like, you are past the part now where you are playing as the main character. You are essentially playing now as yourself.
Sure, granted. Let's load my game.
I want to say, Luke, that maybe you should screen share for this one so we can see things fast enough.
Yeah, this game is low, like, frame rate and stuff.
It's low.
That should be fine.
Yeah.
Share screen.
I'm going to be heading out. This game definitely interests me a lot, but I am, one, very close to falling asleep, and two, I don't deal well with these kind of games. I've played, like, Higurashi before, and I do enjoy that, but it is...
Well, I maximized the window in my screen, and I don't know if that's an actual glitch or another, like, affected glitch, but...
No, actually. Who knows?
Right. I don't know if that was just the game failing to resize properly, or Yuri just glitched out also.
But that's fair enough, actually. These games are horrendously emotionally taxing, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, tweet out hashtag save Ashley or hashtag kill Ashley.
Pidmod's asking for just a rehash of the content warning since they missed them. I think, Julie, you said, like, mainly depictions of suicide, shock images, like jump scares.
More jump scares than necessarily, like, shock images, but there's depictions of suicide, depictions of self-harm, depictions of, like, some graphic violence, and also audio and visual, like, glitching that may mess with you if you are sensitive to that stuff. So,
Jules, at some point I may just ask you to, like, sit me down and, like, tell me about this.
Yes, I will definitely do that.
Because it's one of those things where, like, I'm interested in it, and I want to hear it about it, and, like, by someone who can really well explain it, but I just, as myself, can't go through it.
Sure.
More than fair enough.
Totally fair, yeah.
All right, but bye, everyone.
See you, Ashley.
Bye. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Yep. Remember to give at bit.ly. Give Chon your fucking money with fucking all uppercase.
Yep.
Thank you all so much.
Yep. Bye, Ashley. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Ash.
All right.
Night, Ashley.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I definitely want to date Missing No in this game.
Yeah, right. All right. It's an ordinary school day like any other. One's usually the worst.
Uh-huh.
I've always walked to school alone. Okay, so things are different now.
Yep, things are starting to be a little different and weird.
Yep. But this is also just kind of a different sort of setup for a visual novel.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Like,
oh,
this
these
isn't-
couples, like,
Right,
yeah.
Like, maybe I should try and join a club.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. So I'll say, Julie, I said I thought I might know where this game was going, and it seems like I don't. Because the thing I saw was someone showing a screenshot of a dating sim game where it was like, they finished it, and then
like
you play it again, and the girl's like, yeah, you're saying all these things about how
and
you
the girl
love me, but in
remembers.
yeah, she remembers it in another timeline, you didn't pick her.
Yeah, Luke, that game, specifically, I need to find out the name for it.
Okay.
If you come back 10 years later, she still remembers you.
Oh, wow.
The game goes by your computer clock.
That's cool.
That's fucked up. I don't like it.
She literally goes, "It's been so long. What are PCs like now in your time? I don't understand everything.
That's cool.
But hey, let's look forward to another decade together." Like,
Remind me to never download or play that.
Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Whoa, oh boy.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Monica.
Hey.
How you doing, Monica?
Dun, 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 dun,
Smile
dun,
sweetly.
dun,
We
dun,
know each
dun.
other. She's probably the most popular girl in class. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like this is just like, oh, this is like universe B of this like video game.
Right,
Like it's just
right.
another visual novel. Yeah, I'll say there is not nearly as much of this like there was in Act 1. So
Oh yeah, they couldn't get away with doing that.
No, God, no, Jesus, fuck no.
I like I said in that Twitter thread, I already feel like I get they have to do a little bit of that to set things up, but I think I think they went a little too long with it in Act 1.
It goes by quicker when you're usually playing it on your own because you can just skim stuff. Like
Granted,
it's
but
not as
yeah, I still think they
yeah,
probably
you're
could
right,
have tightened it up.
It's a tough balance because I like the fact that you loop back into thinking this is just another visual novel dating sim, and it's like, no, wait, actually, I've got to keep on my toes.
Sure.
But yeah, like I definitely agree. Honestly, that thing could be trimmed down like half an hour in
Yeah.
terms of game time,
I think so, yeah.
and you get the exact same effect.
Yeah.
There was only 3 of us.
Yeah.
Literature can be anything, except for the fact that we kind of exclusively deal in poems,
Yeah.
which don't follow any sort of poetic structure that
Right.
you've commonly heard of in high school.
Yeah, they're all very freeform poetry.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's just funny. Like it,
Yeah.
that feels very high school to me. Like we're gonna do like poetry, and like none of it is like what you'd see in more structured,
Right.
formal
I
teachings.
don't remember which girl it was, but one of them made a point of saying it was designed to sound good read out loud, like slam poetry or something.
I think that was probably Natsuki. Oh my god, Chelsea! Oh my god!
I own a pony.
Oh, what pony did you
Chelsea
make?
did more
I
ponies.
made you pony.
Oh.
I love it. Cute.
He's got fluffy hair.
Yeah, he does.
That's it. Thank you, Pidmon. Thank you.
What?
So,
Oh, that's
the name of
game.
the name of the game. Yeah, it's Kimito Kanojo to Kanoko no Koi.
Gotcha.
I'll make sure to not check that out.
Yeah, keep that on a blacklist.
Yeah. No, thank you.
It's so fucked. It's so fucked up that you just you just get that it just been playing it a second time
Yeah. Oh,
Up brings a girl you like.
Oh, it's fine. What?
I'm fine.
all words.
I'm not gonna lie. after a certain point, I just started playing this game on mute. 'Cause I was like, I don't want to hear a lot of this.
Oh.
I play this game throughout a day, and every now and then I would take a break from it, but I would never close it because I was scared of what would happen if I closed it.
Yeah, I was worried the game might, like, break my save if I close it yesterday.
Yeah, right? Like, not even that. I was like...
And I was like, no, they couldn't do that. That's not even scary. That's just obnoxious. Like, people don't necessarily have hours of time to set aside.
Yeah, I definitely want to play this on my own at one point to see the heroes' audio things, just to see what they're like.
Sure.
Yeah. I also suggest like checking out streams and such because then you don't have like the interactivity issue of horror games.
That's true. I can watch people play some horror games, but I don't like playing them. I think I can handle this.
There is one game that I can never play. And even watching it was too scary. It's called Anatomy. I've talked about it a couple times, but that is maybe one of the scariest fucking video games I've ever seen. And it is the game itself looks like an early PS1 game, and it's an indie like PC horror game. And it is literally you going around a house, like an empty house at night in suburbia, and you find these cassette tapes. You bring back to the kitchen, pop in the cassette player, and it seems to be a recording or a series of recordings from a lecture about comparing a house to the human anatomy.
Oh, weird.
And stuff like, you could call the living room the heart. That is where warmth is, that is where all that is. You can consider the hallways to be the circulatory system.
Sure.
Interconnectivity, leading to other parts. Stairs can be considered the spine.
Okay.
Or the skeleton, even. And then things like, I think finally it was like, one can also consider the bedroom the mind. That is where we have some of our deepest thoughts. That is where we are, that is such and such. And then it was like, but also consider what aspect that might bring, because in our minds is when we have some of our most terrifying thoughts. And more, every time you find a tape and play it to its entirety, you reset in the house, and just the house starts getting more and more, like, unsettling.
That almost sounds kind of like they took some inspiration from, like, PT.
It's almost what you'd expect Gone Home to have actually been.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that too. Like, yeah, PT in that, but, like, also just mixed with, creepy old recording, mixed with the fact that, like, stuff. And I think the final thing is, like, the final tape is basically saying, like, that is one theory about the bedroom being linked to the mind. However, my own thought is, while the bedroom is the waking mind, I believe it is the basement that is the subconscious. And it's like, now the basement's actually unlocked and you can go down into it. It's like, I don't want to go into the basement.
Yeah.
It also preys on just that childhood thing you have is like, I don't like being in the house alone at night. Yeah. It's actually scary.
Sure. There are some mice that live in the walls. What's that?
Is it just me where the stream's like...
Oh, dang it, the stream messed up. Yeah. The stream messed up.
That's a shame. Alright, well, we haven't missed anything too
No, we haven't. They're retreading the same dialogue.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of retreading right now.
It's OBS acting weird.
Yeah, I started watching the stream because, like, the occasionally there'll be enough stuttering in, like, the Skype thing that I just lose entire lines of dialogue. Yeah. So.
I don't know why this game keeps messing up OBS on me. That's weird.
We honestly OBS has had some trouble recently.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the theme of the game.
Well, no, but like I